What if I told you that the reason your cat follows you to the bathroom might have nothing to do with curiosity? It seems funny at first. You stand up, walk toward the bathroom, and suddenly your cat appears behind you. Sometimes they rush ahead of you. Sometimes they sit outside the door. And sometimes they walk right in like they belong there. Most people laugh and say the same thing. My cat is just weird. But what most cat owners don't realize is that this tiny behavior may reveal something much deeper about how your cat sees you. Because in the cat world, following someone into a small enclosed space is not random. And once you understand the hidden instincts behind it, you'll start noticing that your cat's bathroom visits may actually be sending you a message most people completely miss. Here's the unexpected truth. Your bathroom is one of the most interesting places in your entire house to your cat. Not because of the sink, not because of the mirror, but because of you. When you enter the bathroom, something unusual happens. You stop moving. You sit still. You become predictable. And to a cat, predictable behavior is incredibly fascinating. Cats are natural observers. In the wild, their survival depends on studying movement, patterns, and routines. So when you disappear behind a door and suddenly become quiet, your cat's instinct kicks in. They need to know what's happening, which is why many cats follow their owners to the bathroom almost every day. But curiosity is only part of the story, because there's something else happening too, and most people never notice it. Cats are creatures that rely heavily on territory. Every room in your home is part of their mental map, and they constantly monitor what happens in each area. So when you close yourself inside a room, especially when they can't easily see into, it triggers something in their brain, a small sense of uncertainty. Not fear, not panic, just a quiet instinct that says, something is happening in my territory and I need to check it. That's why some cats scratch at the door when you close it. Others will sit outside silently, and some will even meow as if they're asking to come in. To us, it feels silly, but to your cat, they're simply keeping track of their environment. However, this still doesn't explain one strange detail. Why do some cats insist on staying with you the entire time, even when nothing interesting is happening? That's where most owners misunderstand their cat completely. Most people believe cats are independent animals. They assume cats prefer to be alone. But modern research into cat behavior suggests something surprising. Many cats actually form strong social bonds with their humans. And when you disappear behind a door, your cat may simply want to stay close to you, not because they need attention, but because your presence feels normal to them. In the wild, small cats often stay near members of their group for safety and awareness. So when your cat quietly sits near you while you're in the bathroom, they may simply be maintaining that connection. In their mind, you're part of their social circle, which means being near you feels natural. But here's where it gets even more interesting, because not all bathroom-following cats behave the same way. In fact, there are 3 very different ways cats follow their owners, and each one can reveal something different about how your cat feels. The first type is the curious follower. This cat follows quickly. They may run ahead of you or slip through the door the moment it opens. Once inside, they explore everything: the bathtub, the sink, the floor. Sometimes they even jump onto the counter. This type of cat isn't focused on you as much as the environment. For them, the bathroom is simply a mysterious place full of smells, sounds, and objects. But the second type behaves very differently. The second type is the guardian sitter. This cat walks into the bathroom, then quietly sits nearby. They may sit by the door, or curl up on the bath mat, or simply watch you from a distance. They're not exploring, they're not playing, they're just there. This behavior often surprises people, but it may come from a very old instinct. In the wild, cats sometimes remain near trusted companions while they rest or become vulnerable. And believe it or not, using the bathroom is considered a vulnerable moment in the animal world. So when your cat quietly sits near you during this time, they may actually be keeping watch. Not guarding you in the heroic sense, but simply staying present, maintaining awareness of the environment, and keeping their social group together. But there's a third type of behavior, and this one can feel the strangest. The third type is the attention seeker. If your cat follows you to the bathroom and suddenly becomes extremely affectionate, they may be taking advantage of something most owners don't realize. You're trapped. When you sit down in the bathroom, you can't easily move away, and your cat knows it. So some cats use this moment to demand attention. They rub against your legs, jump into your lap, or meow until you pet them. To them, this is the perfect opportunity. You're stationary, you're calm, and for a few minutes, your attention is almost guaranteed. But while all of this behavior may seem harmless, there is one signal you should never ignore. Because sometimes a cat following you into the bathroom isn't about curiosity, territory, or affection. Sometimes it's about routine disruption. Cats thrive on predictable patterns. They notice exactly when you wake up, eat, leave the house, and go to sleep. And if something suddenly changes in that routine, your cat may start following you more closely than usual, almost like they're checking if everything is normal. For example, if you're sick, stressed, or spending more time at home than usual, your cat may start appearing in places they didn't before, including the bathroom. Not because they're worried in a human sense, but because they notice subtle changes in behavior, and their instincts tell them to stay aware. But there's one final detail most cat owners never notice, and once you see it, you might look at your cat's bathroom visits very differently. Many cats don't just follow you into the bathroom, they follow only you. Not your partner, not other family members, just you. Which means their behavior may be tied specifically to the bond they've formed with you. Cats choose their favorite human carefully, often based on who feeds them, interacts with them, and respects their boundaries. And once that bond forms, they often prefer staying near that person whenever possible, even during the most ordinary moments, including when you walk into the bathroom. So the next time your cat quietly follows you down the hallway, waits outside the door, or walks in like they own the place, remember something. They're not being strange, they're not being annoying, and they're definitely not doing it randomly. Your cat may simply be doing what cats have always done, observing, staying close to their trusted companion, and quietly keeping track of the small world they share with you. Because to your cat, those few minutes in the bathroom aren't just part of your routine, they're part of your life together.